ring in the center of the cage. They exchange hooks. Oh, big elbow from DC! Oh my God, Daniel Cormier just knocked out Steve Miocic! Steve Miocic is completely unconscious! The referee is waking him up! Daniel Cormier is the heavyweight champion of the world! Are you fucking kidding me? Hi guys, Mike with Fights with Friends. Let's start off this MMA weekly wrap-up on fightswithfriends.org and check out a couple of the new articles we have right now. This is the written version of Monday MMA Wrap-Up with Fights with Friends, Episode 1. Of course, we went over Risen earlier on Saturday. For those of you that didn't watch it, Vanderlei Silva showed up. He was coaching his prodigy there. Also said that he wants to fight in Risen on New Year's Eve. This could possibly be done, as Bellator has allowed their fighters in the past to fight for both promotions. Most notably, Mirko Cro Cop in the past and King Molal. It would be a tough turnaround for Vanderlei Silva, though, being that he's fighting rival Rampage on September 29th. Of course, Vanderlei Silva got the best of Rampage over there in Pride, 2-0, ending both fights with knees to the head of his downed opponent. Rampage coming back and avenging his loss in the UFC under different rules, of course. I don't know who his opponent would be in Risen, but I would love to see the Axe Murderer in with those new rules. LFA 47 earlier during the week, we watched that. Main event, Damon Jackson knocked out Nate Jennerman, fell flat on his face. Look that up there. You'll probably find the highlights of that. I'm sure on YouTube. There was a couple other big ones. But LFA lately has been a launching pad for the UFC. It's a merger of RFA and Legacy FC. They've brung to us Ray Borg, Valentina Shevchenko, Brian T. City Ortega, Sean O'Malley, Boston Salmon, and Julian Marquez. And here are the results of LFA 47. I'll leave the link to the website if you guys want to look at this a little longer. But some major bouts have been announced this weekend. Added to UFC 229 is Sean O'Malley, as he announced on Ariel Helwani's MMA show. He will take on fellow bantamweight Jose Quinones in Las Vegas on the Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov fight. Of course, there had been speculation that he would be a co-main in one of the UFCs soon. This is expected to be a prelim fight. This is footage of Sean O'Malley at LFA 11, courtesy of Access TV. This was his match against David Nuzzo. You can see he's very athletic. He's got a great kickboxing background. Keeps his hands very low. He throws that spinning kick to the body very frequently. Oh, big left hook there. Nice kick to the body. Beautiful spin kick to the head, and that is it. And finishes it with the backflip. Very raw, but very athletic. This young man, at only 23 years old, undefeated, 10-0, could have a lot of potential in the bantamweight division. And whoa, TJ Dillashaw versus Henry Cejudo in the works. This is very interesting, I would say, to say the least. Henry Cejudo recently said to Ariel Helwani on his ESPN show, I would agree when it comes to the statistic side of it, that Demetrius Johnson deserves a rematch. I know what the UFC is trying to create, man. I had to wait 2.5 years to face Demetrius Johnson.
I had to wait too, he said. And it's also good, too, for our weight class to start new storylines that have nothing to do with Demetrious Johnson. We need new storylines in our weight class. Think about it. Let's just say Demetrious Johnson beats me for the trilogy. Again, that goes back to not building a new storyline. I think Demetrious Johnson may agree with me, just for the sake of our weight class. I think it would be good. I think it would be good to see somebody else, for now, except for Demetrious Johnson. Come on, man. You really think Demetrious Johnson thinks this is what's best for the weight class? The guy gave you 2 shots. You had to wait 2.5 years because he dominated you. He absolutely destroyed you 2.5 years ago. So you got the opportunity to go away and become better. Then Demetrious Johnson gave you a second shot at the title, even though he had absolutely decimated you the first time. Could have signed a big shot, most likely, with TJ Dillashaw, a super fight. He instead chose to take the fight against you. Now, did he think that was the easier fight, possibly? Probably. But the fact of the matter is, the guy won 11 times in a row. He defended his championship 11 times in a row. That's 12 consecutive title match wins. Championship wins. 13 consecutive title fights. That is an incredible record. And to not offer him or want to give him the immediate rematch, of course you not want nothing to do with Demetrious Johnson. But that being said, it is what it is. Let's check out that video, courtesy of Extra TV, of Henry Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw facing up. So last weekend, most of you probably seen Henry Cejudo call out TJ Dillashaw after his razor-thin split decision victory over Demetrious Johnson that's been highly disputed. On Extra TV over this weekend, Henry Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw would meet face-to-face in what some have called the first promo for the super fight between the 125-pound and 135-pound champion. This video courtesy of Extra TV.
I want his head on the plate. Come here. TJ, I'm gonna have to sit.
Here comes TJ.
For, brother. Now look, we got from you. This is a cool moment right here, because we got 2 UFC champions right here. Very, very dedicated, and they're talking to each other right here. Now, obviously, y'all respect each other, but you feel very confident if the fight were to happen.
Absolutely, I'll run through him, taking that belt right off his shoulder.
Right. And Henry, you have no problems. You ain't taking my baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, it's the gold. It's the golden rule. The guy with the gold makes sure. I got more gold than you, brother.
Well, both you guys all got gold right here, so.
I know, I got more gold than you know that.
How would you approach it? How would y'all approach it?
How would I approach it? I'd knock him out.
All right, that's to the point. Henry?
The last time you fought a flyweight, you got knocked out. Remember
I've never fought flyweight.
Do you imagine the last time you fought a flyweight?
No, please.
You got knocked out.
Please. Early in my career. We all take losses early in our career.
You're gonna get it.
Yep.
You're gonna get it. I hope either you come down or go up.
I'm coming down to you. I'm taking that right off your shoulder.
That's mine, baby.
I gotta be there. I got the first round there. All right, on that note, good luck to these gentlemen. Please check out UFC flyweight champion Henry Cejudo in his next fight, and UFC bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw. Can't wait for this, gentlemen.
Of course, I will leave the link for you guys to check out all my articles on fightswithfriends.org. Let's get to Kevin Lee next, though. I was asked to train for UFC 222 with no opponent. Of course, he's coming off a huge win over Edson Barboza, devastating striker, UFC Fight Night 128. And they asked him, just like they did Kamaru Usman, to train without an opponent. He's not really all about that, and he said he wants to face former 155-pound champ Anthony Pettis. Now, maybe he's getting past the point of this, that he is an insurance in case Khabib or Conor cannot make it. That would be a huge devastating loss to the UFC, especially right now if their cash cow Conor McGregor were to have to pull out. But that's what they're paying Kevin Lee for. Be in shape, show up, weigh in on weight, and get paid. But he's a great competitor. He said, I want to fight Anthony Pettis. Now, I am not against the idea of having two guys, two people as replacements. For one thing, just in case both fighters went down. But here's the other thing. Let's have a matchup to where if no one gets injured, then you have this other great fight, and everybody gets like a bonus fight. You already have to pay these guys to show up and weigh in anyways. Why not have two of them there, like I said, and then if everything goes as planned, you don't have to pay someone to sit. You can have Kevin Lee and Anthony Pettis fight against each other. Kevin Lee went on further. He said, if Anthony Pettis doesn't want to fight, then I want to fight against somebody else. He's like, I want to fight. And he even said, you want to fight me before I get better. He's only 25 years old. Of course, he would love a redemption shot against Tony Ferguson because he had that terrible staph infection that had to have affected him. I'm not saying he would have won the fight, but it was a very bad staph infection, and Kevin Lee seems to have nothing but time on his hands to get better. Speaking of Tony Ferguson, he just announced that he's medically cleared to fight. He would tweet on Saturday, cleared, made that recovery my bitch, 4 months and a day. Thanks everyone that believed in me. Keep that shit up. Time for chaos and reclaim what's mine, champ. Of course, El Cucui's riding a 10-fight winning streak. That includes that win over Kevin Lee. He was holding the interim belt. Of course, he was supposed to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 223. That freak accident, tripped over the cable. Amazing he was able to rehabilitate in 4 months. And that's absolutely amazing. Would he take a fight against Kevin Lee? He really has nothing to gain by doing that and everything to lose. But Dana White in the past has rewarded fighters that have taken risks. So I guess you'd have to see how much money was offered and what all logistics and everything were. If he were to lose to Kevin Lee, obviously that could be definitely a devastating setback. Let's go to his Twitter. There's another funny video I'm sure he endorsed. Maybe he helped Majamad make this, but Majamad...
Pump the brakes, pump the brakes.
I thought it was pretty funny, though.
You fucking want to be a fighter, huh? You pussies don't know shit.
Whoa! Fucking amazing! All right, who has the first question? Start with,
It's tiramisu time, bitches. My belt.
Fish! Follow me, jump.
That hilarious video brought to you courtesy of Twitter and the animation, of course, by Majahad. It's gotten pretty famous. I think Tony Ferguson maybe helped him make that a little bit, though. I don't know. Maybe one of you out there knows what the fish is about. I'm not sure. At any rate, please check out fightswithfriends.org. Check out what I'm doing over there. I'm going to continue to write more and more articles and be more active over there as I have been more active also on my channel. I'll see you guys very soon. But as always, I love you. I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.